Hey everyone, it's Steve from Build This Brick, and today we have a really exciting set we're going to be building. It's Cinderella's Castle from Disney, and this is by far the largest set that I put together to date. It's 4,080 pieces. The last biggest set that I put together was the Lego Batmobile at 3,300 pieces. So we have almost 800 more pieces to build on this one than that last one. So it should be a pretty arduous task, but I'm very excited to see it go through from start to finish. I'm a former Disney cast member myself. I worked there for almost 10 years, so I have a lot of experience with the castle, and I'm very curious to see how they replicated a lot of the stuff on the inside. I think there's a lot of little nooks and crannies and secrets that they could throw in there that will make this a pretty awesome build overall, and I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and tear open the box and see what we got, and we'll get started. Okay, so if this isn't a daunting task, I don't know what is it. There are a ton here, and the bags are kind of mixed up. I opened it up and I initially saw a 12 come out of the first batch. I did not see a 1, so I'm assuming they were all interspersed. So initially I was going to break this up and reveal what was in the second box later on, but we did need to go ahead and open it up, if for no other reason than the book was in the box. This thing is thick and heavy, and I think there's going to be a lot to it. And I do see some stickers off the top, but it doesn't actually look like a whole lot, so I don't think the sticker situation will be too bad. But overall, I'm guessing this is probably going to take me probably 2 or 3 builds to get all the way through, and I would guess probably about 8 hours or so from start to finish. So we'll go ahead and fire it up, and we'll see you on the other side. As I mentioned earlier, I will probably break this up into 2 videos, just because of the amount of content that we have here. But stick with me, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks. and stop the video where we are now and take a break. We're going to split this into 2 parts. So this will be the conclusion of part 1. But I figured with getting the front towers up and ready to show off, this is a pretty good break point. And so we can talk about some of the features that we see here, and then we'll move on to the next section next week. This was, so far, it's a pretty big build so far. The footprint is fairly large, as you can see, and there's actually quite a bit of weight to this so far. I do believe this is probably the most intense part of it as far as the scale's concerned. The second half looks like it'll be quite a bit smaller, although taller than what we feature here. We have 3 characters so far: Minnie, Mickey, Donald Duck, and so we'll have 2 more to go in just a little bit. And the facade you see on the front here, pretty cool to build. I will say that these sections right in here, tops of the towers, were the most time consuming as well as the most repetitive. For something this size, I was kind of expecting to see a lot of repetition, but those were the ones where it actually kind of got to be a bit of a drag. But otherwise, so far, this has been a really great build, and I've really enjoyed it. There's a whole lot going on. There's a whole lot of unique building styles you'll see throughout here, so it's been really good. I've covered the first 9 bags of the set, and I will say the 9th bag, which again is these towers, was the most difficult. They also included some parts that were not quite right. You'll see some of the cylinders, at least with my set, they were the wrong color, which kind of threw me because I wasn't sure if I'd be needing some of them later on, when in fact they just actually printed in the wrong color. They said they were white, they actually ended up being gray. But they are in the inside of it, so it doesn't really matter. You're not going to hurt the aesthetic of the outside by using a different color or anything. But just be aware, for at least in my set, there was about 3 or 4 pieces that were not the correct color overall. If we spin it around, we'll take a look inside. We're already getting a lot of the development for the castle. You'll see things for various characters. So far I've seen Aladdin. This is the Brave archery set. A grandfather clock and a couple knights standing guard. So we're already starting to see quite a bit of Disney influence on the castle itself. Also on the front, forgot to mention that we have the Frog Prince hanging out on some lily pads. So far, really great build. Can't wait to finish this up, and we'll see you next time for the second half.